Hey y'all, and welcome back to Adventures with Ariel. Today we are answering the question, is it worth it to run a Disney race? Is all of the money, training, and planning worth it for this shiny piece of bling right here? Keep watching to find out. For those of you new to this channel, I put out theme park related videos every single week. I give tips and tricks for visiting the parks, theme park reviews, and theme park history. So if that all sounds good to you, then please hit the subscribe button down below. Alright, let's get started. So some of you might be wondering, what is Run Disney? Simply put, Run Disney is a destination race series that allows you to experience a magical run through the Disney theme parks. There are race weekends themed off the Disney princesses, Star Wars, and Epcot's annual Food and Wine Festival. But no doubt the biggest Run Disney weekend is the one that started it all, the Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend. This was the weekend that I chose to run my first Disney race. Why? Because number one, I found that January weather in Florida is ideal for running long distances, being that it's on the colder side, and number two, it's the original Run Disney event that holds a plethora of races to choose from, ranging from a 5K all the way up to a full marathon. I was not yet ready to take the full marathon plunge, so I decided to go with doing a half marathon instead. And am I glad I did? Yes, I am. And here's why. Despite running cross country for my middle and high school teams, I in no way consider myself to be an avid runner. I was reluctant to run any more races after my high school graduation, and I never had much enthusiasm for working out at the gym. Come 2 years ago, I started to look for a way to get excited about exercising again. Run Disney is perfect for new runners who are looking to tackle their first 10K, half marathon, or full marathon. There's no required qualifying time and less pressure overall than I've experienced in other races. You're gonna have the runners who are taking it seriously, but if you're closer to the back, then you are going to be surrounded by people who are just there to have fun. There's no stress. You get to enjoy the sights of the Disney parks and world-famous Disney entertainment along your run. There are plenty of photo ops with Disney characters, DJs playing upbeat music, marching bands, and thousands of spectators on the sidelines cheering you on. Running through the Magic Kingdom is one of the most magical experiences you will ever have in your life, and the feeling of running through Cinderella's castle is like no other. I didn't even feel like I was running a race for a lot of it, because of the adrenaline I got from everything surrounding me. There is constant entertainment, and everyone around you is dressed up in their Disney finest. People get really creative with these costumes, and being around them makes it that much more fun. Now, as entertaining as these races are, you're still running a very long distance, especially for you half marathoners and full marathoners. But once again, Disney does a great job at easing the pain. For the half marathon I did, there was water and Gatorade stations available about every 1.5 miles, and an energy gel station around the 8th mile. There are also plenty of bathroom stalls along the way, so if that's something that concerns you, Disney's got you covered. No joke, the ending to this race was one of the most epic experiences I've ever had. The finish line was in Epcot, and the motivation coming from the sidelines was at an all-time high. I didn't know I could even still be so pumped up after running 12 miles. For instance, when you reach mile 13, there is a gospel choir singing, and it just gives you chills and makes you that much more motivated to finish the darn thing. Crossing the finish line gave me a feeling of real accomplishment. I had never dreamed about attempting a half marathon before learning about Run Disney, but I'm so glad I went through with it. Oh, and by participating in a Run Disney event, not only do you get a quality shirt like this one right here, but you also receive a beautiful medal just like this. Look at this is like a work of art right here. Now, of course, this race, like anything associated with the Disney parks, comes at a price. The registration alone for this year's marathon weekend cost me $185, and then you have to take into account things like lodging, plane tickets if you're out of state, and park admission if you plan to turn this experience into a racecation. Park admission does not come with race entry, unfortunately, but don't let this discourage you from participating in a Run Disney event. I cannot stress how fun of an experience this was for me, and not only that, but because registration for Run Disney events comes rather early, you are committing to something nearly a year in advance. I loved how there was that instant motivation to work towards something. Running has a lot of health benefits and is good for you both physically and mentally. So if you're like me and find it hard to get motivated to exercise, use Disney as an excuse to motivate yourself. I plan to do Run Disney again next year, and hopefully it becomes a little bit of a tradition for me. If you've never run Disney but are interested, I encourage you to consider it because it really is an incredible and worthwhile experience. And if you have run Disney, please let me know in the comments how your experience was. And if you found this video helpful or interesting, I encourage you to give it a big thumbs up and please hit that subscribe button down below. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a magical day.